I hope that some of her readers will see past her game and read the rest of this very uplifting message from Christ Michael. But in visiting the site, if you have not already, you will certainly get quite an education. She claims to have 3 million hits a month. Sananda believes she does have a large following. What is odd is that she has his pictures and paintings on her site, and he certainly does not have the evil eye in them. Well, of course not. I mean, come on. Satan is coming to deceive people. If he came as the person he really was, he wouldn't get very many people to follow him and worship him. I mean, come on, folks. He's not going to come as an evil ogre. That would be easy. That would be very easy. That would be nice. I would rather see a dragon show up with a long tail and 2 horns out of his head than the Sananda Emmanuel that's coming, and you can see his picture on my site. And the reason I have his picture on my site isn't because I like him and think he's a nice guy. I'm trying to let you know what he looks like so that when you see him, you know that's Satan's guy. That's one of Satan's deceivers. It could be Satan himself for all we know. But that's what he looks like, and that's what he's going to come looking like. You know, I don't have it on there for any other reason than to prepare people. I'm not like I'm starting a fan club for Sananda. I've spent too much time exposing who he is. The only people that have been deceived by it is Candace's followers. And come on, the New Age movement has gone from one stupidity to the next. They should just go join, what's her name, out on a limb. Shirley MacLaine, go join her out on her limb. I've tried to talk to them, and you know what, it's the same thing. Candace says she couldn't get any progress made with me. Well, come on, folks. You know, and it wasn't like, I didn't really even try to witness to her. I gave her a couple things to think about, and that's it, because I know that she's so controlled and possessed at this point. We don't even know if this Candace Freeze is human. It could be a reptilian here for all we know. But I have tried to talk to her. She's very nice in emails. Never talked to her on the phone. Never heard her speak. But they really believe in this whole, we're all ascending into the next ascension, these ascension doctrines that you will catch supposedly religious preachers on the internet teaching as soul doctrines, and what it is these ascension doctrines, garbage from the New Age movement. It's exactly what they are. It's all they are. And where they can excuse everything that they do and say is, you know, there's no accountability. There's no accountability because they can just say they were changing soul paths. They were in a learning process. So there's no accountability. You know, it's so New Age, and it's all wrapped up in the same New Age garbage. And I've warned you before that every time these New Agers come out with messages that they've channeled from the Ascended Freaks, the Satan Freaks, Maitreya, Jermaine, Sananda, all of them, that you will get an influx of visions and prophecies from the Christian crowd at the same time. They're always right in hand, not very far behind each other. When the New Age comes out with something, the Christian crowd comes out with something. It's the same stuff because they're channeling the same people. Only the Christian crowd thinks that they're hearing from the Most High. You know, and the New Age crowd, Sananda can just say, I'm Sananda Emmanuel, and they all accept him for what he is. When they try to deceive the Christians, they say that they're God. They say that they're the Lord, Yahweh, Jesus. They claim his names. And they deceive them. And the messages are always the same. The best they can do is guess. They have some kind of what you'd call a sky meter, and they have aliens, the Watchers, who watch the Earth. Think of it, some of these Anunnaki, the Watchers, and it's basically what they do. Even though they did it before and they fell, because they cohabitated with human women and procreated with them, they still stay in the first and second heavenlies and watch the Earth. They still serve as Watchers. And so what they try to do is try to watch the Earth and what's going on and give their best analysis, their best guess of what's going to happen on Earth. And that's why you'll have so many prophets, so-called prophets today, like Benny Hinn or Copeland. This is where they get all their information from, these Watchers that are watching the Earth. That sound like, yeah, what they're saying at the time could have happened, but it didn't, you know. Something else totally happened. And, you know, you've heard that apocalyptic one-liner joke. Whenever somebody figures out the date for the end of the world, the Lord pushes the date back. And, but that's, you know, the way a lot of these people work, these false prophets work, is getting their information from the aliens who are watching the Earth. And so all they're getting is their best guesses of what they think is going to happen, you know. And people like Candace Freeze and all these New Agers who have gotten so deceived by them, if they were gods, do you think they'd be having to wait on star people or ground people, whatever they refer them to? Supposedly have 25,000 on the earth right now. Of these grounds crew people to prepare their world for their coming. The Most High says when He comes, He's coming with thousands of His people in the clouds. He's not waiting for mankind's approval. He doesn't need legislation passed. He's just coming. He's going to come and destroy the world and throw it into judgment. And you can read about it in Revelation 19, 20, and 21. It talks about the war of Armageddon when the Lord returns. He doesn't need mankind's approval. He's not waiting for mankind's approval. And He doesn't need a divine green light. You know, and these Matrians, Sonata, and Germains, and all these people that say that they ascended Christ, their ascended godhood, that they're gods, yet they have to listen to the Most High because they say they're not gods. They're not omniscient. They're not omnipresent. They're created beings, and they are subservient to the Creator. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to believe that. They want you to believe that you can ascend to godhood just as they did. And so then you all of a sudden have this, you go from polytheism to where everyone is a god. And then when the Antichrist comes and says he's the only true God, and kills everybody for not worshiping Him as God, what kind of chaos is that going to throw the whole New Age movement in when they realize that they can't become a god because Lucifer is demanding they worship Him as God and Him only? And a lot of Christians are going to die. A lot of Christians are going to be persecuted for refusing to worship the image of the beast. What is the image of the beast? Is it a statue? Is it a monument? Is it something else? Is it just participation in the general economic beast system, such as Nasara, where they'll try to bribe you? What is it, $75,000 a month for 10 years? Each person gets $10 million to join the new beast economy. All you have to do is get their new chip on their right hand or forehead. They have all kinds of bribery techniques coming. You know, and this stuff is going to be good. That's why they're not evil, because if they were evil, people would know what they were. They're they can display an aura around them that is nothing but love. And you will feel nothing but love when you're around them. But it's a fake aura, folks. It's a fakeness. It's a fake persona that they can put around them to where when you come in contact with them, you feel love. And, of course, if you look at the pictures, they don't look evil. Because if he looked evil, he wouldn't be deceptive. And the Bible says he's going to be deceptive. He's going to deceive millions into worshiping Him as God. And that's what's going to happen. And so, will the church be prepared when this Sananda arrives and looks exactly like Jesus? You know, and that's what I've been working hard over the last umpteen months to expose and prepare the world for. You know, my websites do get about 3 million hits a month now. I just put up another website, hiddenspeech.com. I'm going to be posting clips, backward masking of clips that I find from people. And when I come back at break, and we're going to go on break here in a minute or so. We're going to go on a 5-minute break. When I come back, I'm going to show you some of the clips. I'm going to play them of some of the clips I have found with Benny Hinn, George Bush, Donald Rumsfeld. What I am seeking to find through these is more information about what's coming, the coming agenda. Peggy Kane had mentioned the month of March, and so I've been watching for things about the month of March. Have seen some things about March. March could be a very significant month. And so that's what I'm looking for in the codes, looking for anything else. Got a lot of information about the nets that they're building. You can read my article, The Net Masters, at SherryShriner.com. You can read about these nets that Luciferians build. And that's what this Ramon Watkins is doing. He's building a net, and they're called loose nets. You can read about it in that article. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about a 5-minute break. Then I'm going to come back and play some of those backward masking clips. You can also call in with your comments or questions. We'll see you back in about 5 minutes.